Alright, so, about a day or two ago, we got the New Year's Dual Dokkan Festival for Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku, and a brand new Hirudegarn announced. I think this is more or less exciting, especially for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Hirudegarn, people probably aren't really excited for, but let's see what this guy is going to be in-game. He could potentially be very, very powerful. I mean, I think a lot of people weren't necessarily interested in Ma Jr., but now everyone pretty much loves Ma Jr., right? So if they make this guy fun and good, I think a lot of people could end up really, really enjoying him. But keep in mind, we are still about 10 days away from the New Year's Dual Dokkan Festival, and this video might be a little bit early, you could argue. But I do want to talk about, some stuff leading up to the New Year's Dual Dokkan Festival. And on the 26th is when we got like the character info and stuff like that revealed. So like basically like kind of like a week countdown, essentially, more or less. We're going to be talking about what I would like to see in terms of summonable EZAs for the celebration here for New Year's, right? So obviously it seems like it's going to be like movies themed or something like that. You could argue even potentially like some Buu Saga stuff can get an EZA here. We're not 100% sure on that. Now of course we're going to look through our friendly little guide here by Misaka, and I mean, I guess one thing is pretty obvious at the bare minimum. This LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, man, he is finally, like, there's no way he doesn't EZA this one. Like, I would honestly say it's basically confirmed. Like, there's, like, I don't see any world where this guy does not get his EZA during a Wrath of the Dragon celebration. Like, it would make absolutely no sense. So this guy should be getting his Extreme Z Awakening finally. Now, I don't know exactly what he could do. Maybe that would be like an entirely separate video, like me like making a kit speculation when he's actually officially announced. Maybe in the like reveal for the, like, they could have a live stream for New Year's, and maybe in the reveal they'll show us the details for his EZA. Maybe that'll be a thing. But in terms of what this guy could do, man, I mean, give him like damage reduction. What about that? Or dodge, or some form of dodge. Like, what if he has like 50% reduction and then like 300% attack and defense start of turn, and then on super attack he gets like the 180% attack. He loses the reduction but gains like a 70% chance to dodge. Probably the 180% attack can go up a lot more. Give him some good super attack effects. I don't know, something like that I would be okay with. It would help him against AoEs a lot, and then he still would have a pretty good chance to dodge after he actually supers. I think that'd be cool. Maybe he has to hit an 18 key super to dodge, but then he loses the reduction. Otherwise, you keep the damage reduction. That could be like an interesting trade-off, right? Where it's like, okay, if you want to go for more damage, you can go for the 18 key super attack, right? And you still have the dodge. Maybe it's just a high chance to dodge, but otherwise, if you want to go pure defense, you can keep this guy as a slot 1 tanking unit, like with 300% defense for start or turn or something, and then like 50% reduction. And then maybe he like slowly stacks defense at his 12 key or something like that. Like that could be interesting if they want to design him in like a way where you do that, because again, his attack, like, that's what we used to do. Like, if we wanted him, like, if we wanted to keep his defense, we would actually go for the 12 key back in the day. So I think that could be really cool. But yeah, I mean, come on, this guy is gonna EZA. Let's be completely honest, man. I just don't see him not EZAing. So he's definitely should EZA. Now we can take a look here at the second image and just take a look at potential characters that can EZA as well beyond that. A lot of people want this Tech Broly to EZA. I don't think it's his time. I think, we're definitely going to get like some Broly celebration more or less relatively soon, right? So I just don't see where it's this guy's time to get an Extreme Z Awakening yet. The LR engines at this point already did get their EZA. This image hasn't been updated yet. Android 13 already got their EZA. So at this point, it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the oldest character without an EZA in terms of premium units. Tech Broly, the second oldest. And then the third and fourth oldest are actually the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and then Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Majin Vegeta almost said it. Now, I should maybe bring up the Majin Buu Saga category, just so I could find these guys a little easier. But again, I mean, like these guys again, they're not movies, but they're in the Majin Buu saga like realm of things. You know what I mean? Is this guy on Majin Buu saga? Okay, he's not, which is good. Because a lot of these older characters ended up being Majin Buu saga. So I think it's good that they classify these characters properly. But I do think that these guys could still potentially get an easy A. I wouldn't say it's like it's like, you know, oh, that Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like he's getting easy, right? But I would not be surprised if they're like, yeah, these are New Year's characters from 2019. So like, what if they're like, yeah, we'll easy these guys as well? Did I bring them twice? No, I didn't. Okay. Like, what if they're like, yeah, we'll easy these guys twice? I mean, these guys getting an easy would be pretty good. I saw a lot of people actually talking about the potential about these two getting an Extreme Z Awakening, and I would be perfectly fine with that, honestly. I think that they, at this point, you know, I mean, they're the second. No, they're the what? I mean, after Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they'll be the second and third oldest characters that are premium units without an easy A. So I mean, they could maybe just get them out of the way. During this New Year's celebration potentially as well. I mean, New Year's last year had a couple of EZAs. We had Ajo Gogeta, Physical Broly, and then technically we also had Cell, Cell and then Ajo LR Gohan, right? So I mean, if they want to keep up the trend of giving us multiple Extreme Z battles, these two getting an easy, I think, would be really, really cool. And then obviously we have the transformations. This is technically still Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He can't transform as early as turn 3, right? So if you're able to get him transform in turn 3, he could be a pretty good linking partner with the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Majin Vegeta doesn't really have a place where he'd be a really good linking partner necessarily. But the good thing about him is that, I mean, him having super effective and guard is always like kind of like, oh, he I think he's the first character that had both of these abilities together. So they could make this guy like really good. You know what they could do as well? What if they give them both like stacking? Like, what if they both stack attack and defense before they transform? And then when they transform to keep the stacks, that's like something I could see them doing. Like if they both, yeah, stack attack and defense, that would be really, really cool. And then it's like, again, yeah, keeping the stacks into your transformation, just like, I don't know, kind of like the 5-year blue fusions. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, these two I think could potentially easy. And I think they're kind of closer to the more likely because of how old they are, right? Yeah, I keep saying, I'm sorry. Just like when you're thinking on the fly, sometimes that word is just so comfortable to use, you know? Now, next, DBS Broly. I don't think so. I don't think he'll easy. And we can just kind of scroll through these characters. Like, no, I'm saying no to these, even though it's like so close to Majin Buu Saga. I think this would be safe for an actual Majin Buu Saga celebration. And then just skipping through these again, I don't see any of these guys getting an easy A. No, not at all. And then let me I want to increase the size of this first here. I don't think any 2021 character will get an easy A. At most, TPM and Minosha, but I think it's a situation where they'll be like, yeah, it's way too early to easy. I mean, if they easy TPM and Minosha, the floor opens up so much. I mean, because like we go from the newest EZA in terms of release being Vegeta Nappa, all the way to a year later, an exact year later with TPM and Minosha. Like, you know, I mean, at the same time, like these two, like UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, like them EZAing during like the anniversary right now is not like, I mean, well, not right now. During the 9th anniversary, these two EZAing, it's like not like, oh, you're crazy, they're not gonna EZA. I mean, no, they probably could EZA, right? I could easily see these guys EZAing during the 9th anniversary, especially with the turnaround of power kind of theme. So if that does happen, I mean, if this guy could EZA and just be like, oh yeah, because these guys are probably going to EZA during the 9th anniversary, right? That's fine. So it's not like impossible to consider that like Tapion and Minosha could be getting an Extreme Z Awakening. But what I mean, with an Extreme Z Awakening, they would have to keep the reduction for sure. Maybe what if they add like what if they how could I do this? What if they add movie heroes to this, right? And then they also give a support buff to movie heroes. Imagine it's like, because these two categories don't even overlap. So what if it's like all three of the categories get like, okay, maybe keep it as key 2 because it'll overlap, but key 2 and 30% attack defense. So like there are a lot of siblings bond and then movie heroes allies that overlap. Stored figures and movie heroes, right? But like stored figures and siblings bonds, these two don't really overlap. It's literally just Tapion and Minosha, right? That would fit on this team. It's just literally Tapion and Minosha that overlap here. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal that it could overlap like that. But then adding movie heroes could add them supporting to a lot of different teams. This would have to be like a high chance or something like that, right? Again, if I maybe I'll make a speculation video separately in this guy. I mean, there's a lot of characters I want to talk about, but I just want to do a general, like, you know, oh, what characters could easy A during this, like, movie heroes, like, you know, potentially, like, kind of, not movie heroes theme, but, like, you know, Dragon Fist versus Hirudegarn themed celebration. Just as a general statement here. And there are a lot of free-to-play units that could get an easy A. I don't really think I'll do a separate video on them. Just because, like, you know, it's not gonna, someone's gonna be like, oh yeah, I wonder what movie hero free-to-play characters could easy A during this celebration, right? But I'm thinking that obviously this tech free-to-play kid Trunks right here, this guy, easily just easy A him. I don't see an issue with that. He could, I mean, I think it's like, oh, it's kind of like the Dragon Fist Goku, where it's like, yeah, he's gonna easy A. You could say Tapion. I feel like Tapion's still least likely because he's the newest character, like 2021 character. I don't want to say like, oh yeah, we'll see a 2021 character easy A. I think these two are more likely. I think these guys are going to easy A. Then obviously if we talk about the other free-to-play characters from like the Tapion movie, we have this Dokkan event Tapion, this Videl, and then this free-to-play Gohan. And that's all I'm really thinking of. Maybe I'm missing one or two characters. We could take a look at movie bosses real quick, but the Tapion, give him an awakening in easy A. He's from the Dokkan events, the Hirudegarn one. This Videl, give her an awakening in easy A. Give this Gohan an awakening in easy A. I mean, these are support characters, so like they already have a pretty good starting. This guy's a debuffer, so I'm not sure about him. We'll see. Movie bosses, could anyone easy A besides Tech Broly, which I don't think he'll easy A. No, I'm not really seeing anyone here. I mean, again, like, if they were doing Broly, they could do Frieza, and then they could do this in Broly, but no way. I don't think they would easy here. Majin Buu Saga, I might as well not even really look at it, and then, yeah, we'll close this. So, I don't know, I'm thinking, like, these are the characters that'll get their easy A's. Again, very obviously, I think these free-to-play characters from the Wrath of the Dragon movie and the story events, and then this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I think these are, like, maybe not this Tapion, but like these four, like, will easy A. I'm very, very, very confident that maybe Tapion, potentially these two, small chance this guy gets an easy A. And again, I'm not gonna say it's like impossible, but, for sure, but yeah. There's sword figure and a siblings bond category ally on the team. This could be weird to get if you're like running the movie heroes. Like, what other, because you need a separate ally that fits these categories. I mean, could AGL Tapion still work? Oh, you know what, I missed this guy. I'm glad it didn't end. I mean, if we're talking about sub EZAs, this Tech Tapion for sure, I think he should get a sub EZA. He's an orb changer too. Ooh, a rainbow orb changer for like movie heroes, like right now, could be good. Because outside of like pure Saiyan bosses or movie bosses, right? We're not gonna really have a rainbow orb changer on this team, right? Well, in Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you could potentially make him work, but like if Tapion's like a pretty good like defensive character and also rainbow orb changing, that can be really, really nice. He's tech though. He's tech. No, but I think this team could use a rainbow orb changer. Especially for this character's not here, but the new Super Saiyan trio. These guys, they could use a rainbow orb changer, so that could be good. You can tell I'm a little sick, huh? My nose. Okay, whatever. I'm done. Let me know what you guys are thinking about easy A's. Again, in the comments below, let me know if I missed anyone. Well, actually, here's this. let me see here from characters I can. Tech Tapeon's right there. And Tech Tapeon should definitely easy A. He's an awakening from the AGL Tapeon one, right? Or the Hirudegarn one, yeah, previously. So yeah, I mean they could definitely get this guy easy. AGL Tapeon could still put like if these guys easy A become really good and they're getting like 60% support, AGL Tapeon might not be that bad because he has 50% reduction. And that's still pretty good. What if they give damage reduction support? Like we mentioned, 5% reduction support to each of those categories. And then AGL Tapeon becomes like a god. Who knows, man? But I'm done. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time.